Hi everybody,
Cleared for takeoff. Runway
it's
tree
your
1.
Simmer here. So, working at LaGuardia, Newark. I am trying to get 150 planes
Vector
off,
to destination.
is the short result of what I'm trying to do.
takeoff. Runway tree 1.
But I'm also trying to set up a situation where I determine
Vector to destination.
I can do a really
Runway
good
04,
job
cleared to land.
kind of showing how
Cleared to
SIDS and stars work using Mini Airways as the example. So that is why it's linked here in the non-flight
Cleared
simmers,
for takeoff.
or
Runway tree 1.
Flight Sim for Non-Aviators series.
Vector to destination.
So I'm actually
heading
going to back
055.
this off. Normally I'm not doing this, but initially I've been trying this for a long time. I think we're at 15 plus hours at this point.
Cleared to land.
So it's
Runway
a bit
tree 1.
insane, frankly, if we're going to be honest.
Cleared for takeoff. Runway tree 1. Fly heading 125.
So I'm trying to get at least a good head start
Vector
where
to
I have things
destination.
clear. Although I don't know that it's honestly going to matter because I don't know that that's been my
Cleared to
problem.
land. Runway tree 1.
Because
Cleared
I'm
for
able to
takeoff.
keep up. I usually run into a problem between 90 and 120 aircraft. At day 7, we get
Vector
an
to
inbound
destination.
rush. At day 9-ish, I think we get an outbound rush. It might be day 10, but I think it's day 9. So, if you want to know how SIDS and stars work with an airport like this, I've got videos in the series that cover
Fly
that.
heading
So
090.
you can go look in the Non-Aviator Flight Sim or Flight Sim for Non-Aviator series and see that
Cleared for
information. But basically you can think of stars and SIDS as pathways in the sky.
Vector to destination.
We're trying to get more airspace so we can move around.
Cleared for
But
takeoff.
the
Runway
difference
tree 1.
here is these destination points move in this game to create conflict.
Vector to destination.
But they
Cleared to
wouldn't
land.
in an actual situation. So when you file your flight plan, you're basically, you could pick a SID, which is the departure route, or you could. All right, well, we're gonna stick with this.
Cleared for takeoff.
And then you pick a star when you're landing.
Fly heading 110.
Right. So I want waypoints. So this is our star. So that I can start to flesh
Vector
out.
to
So the star
destination.
has a leg here and here, has a leg here and here, and then basically anything from here would come in there. But basically you're just setting up arrivals into the runway is what you're
Cannot
doing.
comply. Angle too steep. Cleared to land. Runway tree 1.
And then the SID, the problem is here now it's going to hit this, and now watch the yellow point. If you've not seen Mini Airways before, it goes away and it
Vector to
moves.
destination.
That's not how a SID would work. It's
Vector
going
to
to
waypoint.
stay static. I'm going to move these over here because I know what's coming. I'm going to start running things down below. So what I'm looking for is nav points or waiting area increase. And the waiting area increase is simply because there's another achievement in Steam that if I get 8 planes waiting, that I get
Cleared for takeoff.
Runway some
tree 1.
benefit. I don't know that honestly matters. I may throw that one out the window. It's not why I've lost.
Vector to destination.
But if I can keep
Cleared for
increasing
takeoff. Runway
airspace
tree 1.
and run things around differently, like maybe I'll have a different result.
Vector to destination.
All right.
Cleared to land.
So now you start
Runway
to
tree
see
1.
some of the problem. These planes are basically turning into each other's pathway, the way this is set up now. This is not how an airport would operate.
Traffic. Traffic.
Okay. So I tend to prioritize arrivals over departures because
Vector to destination.
I can kind of control when a departure leaves, but I can't really
Cleared to
control
land.
when an
Runway
arrival
tree 1.
appears.
Cleared to land. Traffic. Runway traffic. 1.
Are these really potentially in conflict? That is
Fly
surprising.
heading 110.
All right.
Cleared for takeoff.
We're
Runway tree 1.
gonna
Fly
assume it
heading
knows what
085.
it's doing.
Cleared to land. Runway tree 1. Vector to destination.
So, you know, if it didn't move the SIDS around like that, there wouldn't be much of a challenge to this game, because you'd basically design everything and then you wouldn't have to worry about it. So we'll see. This may be at the wrong time. It probably is. Yeah, I'm going to back this off. They're going to be too close together. They're not going to be in conflict, but they're not going to be able to land.
Takeoff. Traffic on the runway.
So that will clear me off.
Takeoff. Cleared to land.
And then it'll cycle back. But what this does is it allows me to most efficiently, as a controller, manage my airspace, because the planes know where they're going. So I'm going to add airspace, because that is more helpful now. So if I have a choice between airspace and a waiting area, I'm going to add airspace right now. Because the more airspace I have, the more opportunity I have to... Now, where's the pink? Oh, it's totally back in my flight path. The plane was on top of it, so I didn't see it. Okay, so now I can use that star, and basically now the plane has been given a direction, like, hey, head that way, and then go off that way. And I need more waypoints. I need 3 waypoints at least to kind of finish the leg at the top. What I was trying to do, which really hasn't improved my situation, is just create the leg here and run as much traffic as I could over there, but that still turned into a mess. So I'm not sure what the trick is, because it just does get way too hectic. And I did it with a 1-runway setup before, so I don't know what the result is. I'm gonna again take advantage of some things now, and well, actually I won't, because now we're directly in conflict again.
Angle too steep.
All right.
Cleared to land.
So that will work. But once I get things kind of together a little bit more, you're going to start to hopefully be able to see the benefit of how things work. Now, right now they're too close together, so now I'll do that. This one's close enough that it should spread out. But now you can see, like, these planes are flying at each other, and they would potentially be doing that, because I understand as the air traffic controller, do I have enough spacing? You know, do I have the 3 miles or so that I need? And again, as long as they don't conflict with each other, I do. You know, but this is where you see the benefit. Like, they're able to just kind of zip together, and I don't have to think about it too much. And at this point, again, because I have some of the stars set up in the navigation, like, this plane is now going, I don't have to worry about it flying off the map, because the waypoint is going to redirect it.
Vector to destination.
But the goal is to get these out of my responsibility, kind of get them, you know, my phrase I've been using is get them the hell out of the way. Okay, so now we get the navigation waypoint. And right now, because I don't have a lot more airspace, I'm just going to kind of keep it there. But then to simulate kind of how the SID works, it lets you do this. And so now what will happen is not only will it go there, but when it gets here, it's going to reposition it. Alright, so this is going to give me 5 planes. So I love things like this, if I can do something with them. And normally I wouldn't care, because I'd be like, hey, I'm trying to run things the way I need to run them, but I just need to get this done, because the amount of effort I've put in is insane. I'm beginning to wonder if I can get it done. I mean, obviously, people do it. I've seen the scores. You know, this is an official map. I mean, people have done thousands of flights on this, so there is a tipping point at some point where you've got things working clear enough that it'll work. But it has eluded me till now. So this is a perfect example of, like, this is in the wrong place. You know, it's in a really bad place for me, because I can have a conflict there that I don't need to have.
Clear to land. Traffic.
Okay.
Runway tree 1.
So I can't turn yet. So again,
Vector to
another
destination.
example of
Fly heading
created
085.
conflict that it gives us.
Clear to land.
So we'll let that go in there. Now we'll let
Clear to
this
land.
come in here.
Runway
So
tree 1.
it's just as bad. It's still
Clear for
behind.
takeoff. Runway tree
But now if I can get rid of this one before another plane gets there, that would be great.
Vector to destination.
And this one should
Traffic.
turn, see,
Traffic.
but that one is not. And as I think I've said, I normally will prioritize arrivals, but right now I need to get rid of that point. So
Cleared to land.
we're going to let it do its thing, and then we'll go from there. So,
Cleared to land. Traffic. Runway tree 1.
all right. So, and I can do this, where in essence I can get onto the star at any point. So there is that benefit. Right. So not great, but it's better. You know, it's better if they're off to the side and behind if they need to be.
Vector to destination.
So these are there, and now again I
Clear
can
to
get
land.
this one there, and once again my goal is get them away, get them off as quick as I
Vector to
can.
waypoint.
So we
Clear
now
for
have a
takeoff.
situation where, you know, when these planes get to the departure point, they're in essence getting transferred
Runway
to
tree 1.
center,
Cleared for takeoff.
where they're going to traffic control
Vector to
TRACON,
destination.
and when they vanish here on the runway, we're transferring to ground. So you can think of, again, as an air traffic controller,
Vector
I'd
to
be like,
destination.
transfer to, we're going to do airspace again, because we talked about that.
Cleared to
I'd be
land.
like, you know, contact ground 121.75 to this plane here once he lands and he starts blinking, and that in essence is kind of what it's showing us. But you can see how close these got. But because they know what they're doing, and similarly here, like these planes are close together, but they understand that they're flying a predetermined route,
Clear for takeoff.
and so the plane
Runway tree
behind,
1.
for example, knows that the other one isn't going to suddenly turn and cut it off or something.
Cleared for takeoff. Runway tree 1.
And so that's the benefit of those things. And so you can get closer, and it's a little bit like, you know, how do race car drivers drive so
Vector to
close? I mean,
destination.
yes, to some
Vector to
degree,
waypoint.
it's because they're really good
Cleared
drivers.
for takeoff. Runway tree
But
1.
in other cases, it's because they also know,
Vector to
again,
destination.
where they're going. And if you've done things, again, like I do iRacing,
Cleared
I've
for
shared on the
takeoff.
channel, people will get upset. Like, why are you braking there? Like, there's an expectation of
Vector to destination.
you're driving the track a certain
Cleared to
way,
land.
and
Cleared to land.
and because people are expecting that you would do that, they're driving accordingly, and then if
Cleared
you
for
deviate
takeoff.
substantially, it can cause a crash. And so that would be the same thing. Like if someone
Vector to
wasn't
destination.
following the instructions on the
Cleared for takeoff.
on the SID
Runway
or
tree
the
1.
star and didn't do it appropriately, like it would be like, oh, well, now we've crashed and we
Vector
know
to
why.
destination.
So again, this one came in here, this one came in here, but this is going to slot in,
Cleared to land.
and it's going to
Runway
work.
tree 1.
It's going to work beautifully.
Cleared for takeoff. Runway tree 1.
All right, third of the way there, but again, danger spot is 90 to 120 because
Vector to
we start
destination.
hitting inbound rush. I don't have enough nav points yet, and at this point I would move things out a little bit, realistically. Again, I can't get any flights in between. I should be able to get it there.
Cleared to land.
And again, the plane is coming in this way and lining up because if you think about, if you've done any flight simming or any of that, you need some time to line up on the runway.
Clear for
You don't
takeoff.
want to come in
Runway
like a
tree 1.
fighter pilot and be reckless and turn and then hope your skill can let you line up and
Vector to
land.
destination.
So, you know, this does simulate that part of it well, and realistically. All right, we're coming up on day 6.
Runway tree 1.
So one more
Cleared for
day,
takeoff.
but again, the goal is let's keep things
Runway tree 1. Cleared
as
for takeoff.
clean as we can. All right, more airspace.
Vector to waypoint.
Again, I can join wherever I need to there. Can I?
Unable. Angle too
Okay,
steep.
so I can't do that.
Clear
But
to
can I?
land.
Yeah, okay, I can do that, so that'll work.
Vector to destination. Cleared for takeoff. Alicia 1111.
Alright, and again, if I can get this there, it's going to give me 6.
Vector to waypoint.
I don't know that I can get
Vector
to the
destination.
waypoint before it goes down to 5, but even if I get 5, like, that's 5 planes I don't have to deal with, so that's wonderful. Alright, I'm going to let this do its thing, because I think I need to get past that point. And I should now be good.
Cleared for takeoff. Runway tree 1.
So, again, it'll probably count down to 5. It might even get down to 4 by the time I get there. Alright, and now
Clear
I
to
can
land.
do this,
Runway tree 1.
and we'll be good.
Vector to destination.
But, like, everything's behind me now, so now we're down to 5.
Vector to
We'll
waypoint.
get him in there. You know, and we're half a day away from crazy. So,
Cleared for takeoff.
I'm not a fan
Runway
of
tree 1.
crazy. Please stay at 5. Give me 5. Give me 5.
Switching to center.
Alright, there we
Have a
go.
good day.
So now we got
Alicia 1111. Vector to
71. And again, there would be a leg
to
down
destination.
here, but right now
Vector to
I'm going to
waypoint.
keep sending things up there because it's just cleaner. Alright, so I should
Cleared to land.
be good here. These are far enough apart that I think this one should be passed. Again, in figuring that out, though,
Cleared to land.
you know, created a little bit of a different problem in that I'm now, again, getting my
Runway
takeoff
tree 1.
cue back
Cleared
up,
for takeoff.
which I'd prefer not to do,
Cleared for
but
takeoff.
there's not much I can do about that. Again, I think these will align
Cleared
and
for
stay
takeoff.
out of each other's way
Vector to
nicely,
destination.
but they may not. This one needs to start turning very soon, or we're gonna
Vector to
have...
destination.
Oh boy. Yeah, there's enough space, so we're good. Okay. But this is about as close as I can get.
Vector to waypoint.
So I'm gonna go up there, that'll space these out a bit,
Cleared to land.
but we are right on the cusp now of Crazy
Cleared for
Train.
takeoff.
Alright, so
Vector to destination. Cleared to
what I
land.
want to do
Runway
is
tree
get
1.
these to go away. So I'm going to grab a waypoint so that I have it. Well, and I need it. I forgot. I don't even have this one. I've so lost my position. So there we go. Inbound rush. So now I'm going to move this up a little higher. Connect that. And then we're again going to move this up here. I mean, there's a little bit of a danger of it being that close to the airspace. Oh, we're leaving that.
Vector to waypoint.
But now this will get me where I need to. And so what I'm hoping is before the inbound rush really happens, that some of these move.
Cleared for takeoff.
So again, that's not great. It's not
Vector to
terrible,
waypoint.
but it's not great.
Cleared to land.
Alright, so we're going to get there. And
Cleared to land.
we're going to do
Runway
that.
tree 1.
Alright. And then
Vector
we're going
to
to see,
destination.
so where the yellow's even worse. My goodness. So this is not what I want, but these two need to land. We're going to send
Vector
this
to
up
waypoint.
here. Because what I'm trying to do now is to just deal with these inbound planes, because
Clear
this
for
is where
takeoff.
things start to fall apart. If I can't get them lined up and then I
Clear
have
for
to
takeoff.
keep moving them to get out of the way,
Vector to destination.
that's
Clear
where
to
I
land.
start having a
Runway tree
problem.
1. Vector to destination.
So these are heading off.
Cleared
I'm
for
just going to
takeoff.
keep heading these off. Right now we've got enough on here to get
Vector
us
to
to
waypoint.
90.
Vector to destination.
At least. There's definitely 6 planes up here. See, so now what we would normally do is we'd vector this
Vector
to
to
final.
waypoint.
And then we don't really have to worry about it. But see, now I need to get past this yellow point. Or I run the risk of just having,
Runway tree 1.
again,
Cleared for
all
takeoff.
kinds of chaos. So I'm good there. I can get him
Cleared to
there.
land.
We'll see if they conflict.
Vector to destination.
And again, acting like a SID, but in a place that a SID wouldn't be there. But the hope is then... Alright.
Cleared to land.
So I'm going to go
Fly
up
heading
this way
035.
because I want to get in line behind.
Vector to waypoint.
These should be okay.
Cleared for takeoff.
And now I'll go
Cleared to
here.
land. Runway tree 1.
They're too close, I think. Yep. So I need to pull him out for a bit.
Cleared for takeoff.
And now I can
Cannot
do...
comply.
No,
Angle too
alright.
steep.
Can't do
Fly
that.
heading 160.
So this is again where it's... This is now where I'm starting to have a problem.
Vector to destination.
I'm not vectoring
Vector to
things. I'm
Vector to
dealing with
waypoint.
problems.
Vector to waypoint.
Alright. And I'm going to
Cleared
get
to
him
land.
going.
Runway tree 1.
Alright. I don't... I'm gonna do expedite because that will give me the
Cleared for
ability
takeoff.
to turn
Runway
more
tree 1.
sharply.
Cleared to land.
Alright, and now I think we'll be okay. I mean, I know these will land.
Traffic.
Alright,
Traffic.
so I need
Vector
to
to
bring
waypoint.
him in there. And then everything is
Vector to destination.
good. Yeah, these should be far enough apart. So that's what I need to not collapse on me.
Cleared for takeoff.
Yeah, we're good. It's just barely, but we're good. And now again, I'm going to vector
to
this
land.
one in
Runway tree 1.
because
Cleared to
that will
land.
work the
Runway tree
best.
1. Vector to
And we'll
destination.
get this in there. And so I need to basically not get stuck with a backup of
Cleared to land.
a bunch
Runway
of
tree 1.
traffic is
Cleared for
the
takeoff.
problem.
Runway tree 1.
Now, the problem is I shouldn't have put that down because now I'm going to have this point that is now going to be a point of contention here for a while.
Cleared for takeoff. Runway tree 1.
Because this is now where it gets really insane.
Vector to destination.
Alright,
Cleared to
so
land. Runway tree
I
1.
think we're okay. We're once again... Now, I'm going to run him over here.
Traffic. Traffic.
Alright, so I'm gonna change him because I need to prioritize the arrivals. Because if I don't, I'm going to have
Cleared to land.
disasters.
Vector to destination. Traffic.
Alright, so I'm gonna need
Fly
to run
heading
this
100.
there.
Traffic to destination.
Alright, so this
Vector
can
to
go
waypoint.
there. We'll be good there. I need him to come around and pass. I need him to go
Vector to
there.
waypoint.
I'm gonna need to get some planes off.
Cleared to land.
Alright,
Runway
that'll
tree
work
1.
actually. Cycling around that
Cleared to
way.
land. Runway tree 1.
I should be able to get this one off.
Runway tree 1. Cleared for takeoff.
Now can I get another?
Cleared for takeoff.
Barely. He better not abort.
Vector to destination. Vector to waypoint.
Alright, cool. Alright, this one's good, that one's good. I think we're okay. So
Clear to
I'm gonna
land.
cycle
Runway
him
tree
there.
Vector to destination.
I just really need these to have enough spacing, so please, please, have enough spacing. Alright. It's gonna be so darn close, but I almost have to go with it.
Cleared to land.
And I have to hope we're good,
Cleared to land.
because otherwise
Fly heading
this is the
090.
problem I keep having.
Vector to destination.
Alright, so I
Vector
need
to
this
waypoint.
down there, I need this down
Vector
here.
to waypoint.
Alright. So these are the ones I'm worried about. Blink, 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 and go away. Go away. Thank you. Alright. So now I can get
Cleared for
him
takeoff.
off.
Runway tree 1.
I need more space in the waiting area.
Cleared to land.
Alright, we're gonna send him
Vector
up
to
here.
waypoint. Vector to destination.
We've got a little bit of space here now, so I need to get my
Traffic.
queue off. Yes, I know about traffic.
Rejecting takeoff. Traffic on the runway. Fly heading 220. Runway tree 1. Cleared
So,
for
like,
takeoff.
I don't have time for that stuff.
Vector to waypoint. Cleared for takeoff.
You're good. You're not.
Cleared to land.
See, so
Runway
this
tree
is
1.
this is how I start
Cleared to
having a
land.
problem.
Runway tree 1.
All right, so we'll see if they clear each other out. Where's the green? All right, he's down
Vector to
there.
destination.
He's down
Vector to
there.
Traffic. Traffic.
Ah. All right, so we're gonna cycle that out.
Traffic. Runway tree 1. Cleared for takeoff.
You're gonna go that way. You're gonna
Vector to
come back
destination.
here. All right.
Traffic.
We're all
Traffic.
good. So, yeah, this is getting sloppy and messy.
Vector to destination.
All right,
Vector to
I need
waypoint.
that up there.
Traffic. Traffic.
I need... Now I need to
Vector
get
to
this
waypoint.
there. All right, he's there, he's there.
Cleared to land. Cleared for takeoff.
I need to get
Runway
him
tree
off,
1.
him off.
Fly heading 175.
All right, we're gonna get
Vector
this
to
there.
destination. Cleared for takeoff. Runway tree 1.
All right, I'm gonna
Vector
get
to
this
waypoint.
one there. We're gonna get this
Cleared
one
to
there.
land. Fly heading 280.
All right, this one
Vector
has
to
to go
destination.
here. This one
Vector
has
to
to go
waypoint.
here. This one
Vector
has
to
to go
waypoint.
here.
Vector to waypoint.
So I'm trying really hard.
Traffic. Cleared for takeoff. Cleared to land. Vector to waypoint.
Okay. So they're good. I'm gonna need to
Fly
get
heading
that one
145.
down. Okay, I need a bigger waiting area. Alright, so now we're getting the outbound rush. So now I need
Cleared
this.
to land. Runway tree 1.
I'm gonna run that up there. I'm gonna run this
Vector to
over
waypoint.
here.
Cleared for
Get
takeoff.
that one
Runway
off.
Traffic. Traffic. Tree 75. Vector to waypoint. Traffic.
Alright, we're gonna get
Vector
that
to
one there.
destination.
That'll help us get some planes.
Watch boundary. Watch boundary.
Alright.
Vector to destination.
And all of these are in. I
Clear
need
to
him
land.
there. And now I can
Vector to
run this
waypoint.
up here. I need to get a plane off in between. Come on.
Traffic. Traffic. Cleared for takeoff. Fly heading
So
265.
we're going to run this there. This is
Fly
bad
heading 190.
because he's going way, way
Vector to
too
destination.
far.
Vector to destination. Cleared for takeoff. Runway tree 1.
Alright, they're good. They're
Cleared to
good.
land. Runway tree 1. Cleared for takeoff.
They're good.
Vector to destination. Cleared to land. Runway tree 1.
So I'm gonna keep running
Fly
these
heading
over.
250.
Alright, I should be okay.
Cleared to land.
We're gonna get that one out of sequence, because that's one I've been
Traffic,
watching for a while.
Cleared for takeoff.
Okay, so we're gonna
Vector
get
to
this to
destination.
come back here.
Runway tree 1. Cleared for takeoff. Traffic.
Okay,
Watch
so...
boundary. Watch boundary.
Oh boy.
Fly heading 250. Traffic.
Alright. Where? Oh, I see.
Fly heading 055. Watch boundary. Watch boundary.
Oh my
Traffic.
god.
Traffic.
Alright,
Vector to waypoint.
so... Yeah,
Traffic, traffic.
this is getting ugly.
Traffic on the runway.
Come on, I need this
Runway
to
tree
go.
1. Cleared for takeoff. Cleared to land.
I need those
Runway
three
tree
to go. I need that to turn.
Traffic. Traffic.
Where's the traffic?
Traffic on the runway.
Come on.
Runway tree 1. Cleared for takeoff.
Okay, we're gonna go up here.
Traffic.
We're gonna go up here. We're gonna go here. We need this to take
Cleared
off.
for takeoff. Watch boundary. Watch boundary. Traffic. Vector to waypoint.
Ah, someone hit. There we go. Alright. I'm going to call this good enough for what you need to see. But you can kind of get the idea of the SIDS and stars and how they work. I'll worry about making this successful on my own. Because this is close enough. Like, you know, when I was in the 120s, it's like, You know, I was hoping I could make it, but obviously it got too much. So you can see the challenge that happens. And again, it's artificially created by this game because the SIDS are made to conflict. So what was going on is the green planes were causing all kinds of havoc. I couldn't get them to get to the point and get them to leave. And so I just overwhelmed the airspace, and then there was just too much to keep track of. And then I had to keep deviating things on my star, but you can see how the flow would normally work quite well as things were operating. I'm sure I'll have other mini Airways episodes on the channel here and there, you know, but my intent will certainly be to try to operate that way in most cases. And so you'll be able to get some views there. But hopefully this gives you another way to think about it and just visualize what you're trying to do. I mean, you could definitely see that leg on top, how I was running things. But the problem became is because of the artificial complexity of those running, I couldn't bring in the planes from the bottom because that always overwhelm things because there isn't as much room to maneuver down there. And then if planes are coming in, it's just almost a guaranteed problem. So hopefully you've enjoyed this. If you have and haven't dropped a like, please consider doing that. If you are not a subscriber, please consider that as well. And I will see you next time.